Here, are you on your beam? You're not putting that much on me. You sound like you're on your beam on horizontal.
Night Ranger, are you holding your nose when you talk? It sounds like it.
Nope, not holding my nose, but I am talking on the stock hand mic.
Oh, it sounds terrible.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's a stock hand mic. I don't have anything to listen to it on right now, unless I put the batteries back in this receiver. Hold on.
Putting 7 pounds on me, but your modulation is really way down. What kind of mic you get between 7 and 8 pounds on? I only got 2 pounds on it. Yeah, mine's working.
One, two, three, four. Hello. 1, 1, 1, 1. One, two, three, four. Hello. Looks like it's working here. 1, 1, 1. Sounds like a hand mic.
If this old radio will unkey, it started hanging up there on me all of a sudden. So I'm not going to work on it tonight. I'll work on it whenever I can. I turn my modulation a little bit. I got an old air conditioner running, so you're going to hear a little air conditioning noise there, so don't get jealous. All right, I'm standing by.
Yeah, you sound good on this end. I hear that little air conditioner in the background, but it ain't too bad. I can hear you real good.
Roger, Roger. Yeah, I got to have that thing on, man. And it wasn't too bad in here. I was running it the other day. This room's pretty well insulated. And so, sealed up. I got door sweeps and gaskets on the door, and it's the next available thing to a door of a submarine. That would be about the thing that I would, relate it to. What about, Eagle Beak? You out there, Eagle Beak?
Damn fool. I don't know what's going on. I can copy you just as clear as a bell, but I'm not able. I'm getting a carry on everybody else, but I'm not able to get any modulation on them.
Damn fool. I can hear them. I don't know. Maybe it's something in between there. You can't, Drifter, can you holler for that Eagle Beak?
Yeah, I heard old Eagle Beak in there. Right smart there. Sounds good to me. Putting about 7.5 pounds on me.
You don't hear him, Eagle Beak?
The copy on Drifter.
Damn fool. I heard him the 7 pounds, but I can just barely. His modulation is real low on my end. I really don't know.
Yeah, he sounds fine over here. That's something on Eagle Beaks then.
What you got in your mouth? You got something that got a close pin on your nose?
Nope, no clothesbin. What's wrong with your signal? You're down in the mud. No, you're only putting a 2 on me. Dirty Diaper, he's putting about the same signal, but you're way down in the mud.
I don't know what it is, crazy man. You need to check your cables there, your switch box, something there, because I noticed something funny going on myself. No, you're way down now. Check your antenna switch.
That's showing what I'm supposed to be putting on, 150.
Yeah, check your antenna switch.
Let's check that too.
Okay.
I'm so close to him, he putting 10 dBs on me. I know what that noise comes from the whole ANC radio. My son put it back up.
Dirty D, you blowing me away, but I must have a problem on my end as far as the reception with everyone else.
It's not on your end there. Something's happened over there.
I'm checking radio, I ain't figured out nothing happened. Same thing I had before.
It's kind of breaking up and scratchy sounding.
10-4, I'm getting a good carrier signal, but no modulation hardly.
Does he sound like he's kind of scratchy to you?
getting a good carry on all these fellas, and I got 30D, wall to wall. So I really don't know whether it's me or what.
Well, you're putting about 9 pounds on my end and real good modulation, so it must be on your end. I don't know, check the back of your PL connectors and stuff.
Bunch of old broken radio equipment in here tonight.
Well, there's something wrong on your end then, because unless he's in my backyard, he's putting almost 10 on me.
You putting 2 pounds on me?
Well, that ranger's putting 7 pounds on me, but it sounds like, I know it's his microphone, it sounds like he's pinching his nose when he talks.
Well, it is a stock microphone and it's a 40-year-old radio, so.
What kind of radio is it?
That's a Royce 609. Royce 609. It's in mint condition. It looks good, but yeah, who knows? Maybe the microphone element's going bad. Could be. Probably is.
His modulation went up then. He's been putting about 9 pounds on me all the time.
He's still a 2 over here on me.
When Eagle Beak talks, he's Eagle Beak. But when you talk on his receive, then you turn into Eagle Bleak. Okay.
Crazy man. Sounds like puny man tonight.
Damn radio, ain't me. Some men hooked up right, I'm telling you.
That's the problem with working all this vintage radio equipment. You give it's because it's 30 and 40 years old. Stuff's blowing up all the time.
I know, isn't that something?
Yeah.
That's like that daggum Mark III Browning, Therefore, remember when I was on it before, it was shocking me on the mic. I know there's a capacitor going out in there, and it might be that ping capacitor. I don't know, but it wouldn't key up good. It would key up, but it wouldn't act like that it was on the same channel as the receive and the transmit, And so, I don't know. I hate that to happen. That's my favorite one, but I've got other ones. I can put in there, so I'll find out what it is. But I've been trying to spend most of my time working on my toilet plunger.
Beat on the radio to make it unkey. We're a pitiful bunch in here tonight.
Right. That's what I'm gonna call my new antenna. I don't want to say what it is or what all about it, But I've been working on it. There, Crazy Man was helping me. I did some drilling tonight on it and some bracing and put some stainless steel outlets on there for the cable, different things, and did a little bit at a time there.
Unfortunately, by the time you get it up, the summer skip season might be on the way out. I've been enjoying that skip season. I've been up on the sideband channels just talking and talking and talking.
I know it. Yeah, it's been great, man. Usually in the evenings, Werewolf and that other guy down in Arkansas, wherever they at, they come in there and talk with us like they're right here around here somewhere, and every once in a while tube radio. It's got a 23-channel transmit knob and a VFO for receive. You tune in to people when you get it on the channel and use a spot switch to button, and you push it and you look at the meter until you get the maximum reading. That's the way you do it if there's no one on the radio. But what I do, I listen to you and I do it like a fine tune for your sideband. It also is a sideband radio, but it's something like maybe a night ranger can explain it better to me. It's not, I don't think, a real good sideband. I think it's a double sideband type thing, but it has a volume control, a limiter knob, and that does something kind of like a tone control. It's got a swelch. It's got a swelch. It's got a RF gain, SSB fine tune, a receive tune, a sideband upper lower, and M for AM, and X for another. I think that would be for a VFO, I believe, or another crystal. And then it has the transmit channel and the spot switch, and that's about it.
Well, this is a very familiar, or at least heard lots of people talking on those. I started to say I was very familiar with that radio, but actually I've never owned one. I've just, of course, Panama Red had one. I listened to him talk on it a bunch of years, so I'm familiar with listening to people talk on them. I've never owned that radio. And as I mentioned earlier, this is a Royce 609. It was a full-featured AM mobile. I got this one. I don't think I had the video rolling earlier when I had this, so I'll repeat the story how I got this. I got my first Royce 609 from Red Horse. Red Horse was notorious for blowing his radios up, and he got this radio for $75 used, and he stuck his fingers in it trying to peek it out, and he didn't really know anything, and he peeked out he clipped the first amplifying stage of the mic preamp instead of the actual transistor that shorts the audio to ground for the limiter circuit. So he gave it to me. He sold it to me for $25 along with the transistor he clipped, and I went in there and figured out how to put it back in and soldered it back in place, and that's how I got my Royce 609. But it had the most knobs of any radio I'd ever seen. Basically I had little radios with like 4 knobs on it and stuff, and this one for my, I guess I was about 18 or 19 years old when I got it. This one has a voice, mic gain, squelch, SWR calibration, RF gain, tone, and then the flip switches are, of course, SWR calibrate and signal RF and A&L and PA, and an antenna warning indicator and an RX light, and of course the 40-channel display. I thought I was in high heaven having a radio with this many turn knobs and switches on it at 18, because no other radio I'd had before had this many controls on it.
Yeah, come on. You got me good now? It sounds a lot better.
Morning is that cheap one.
Okay.
Tuesday, you got quite shampoo. Flat rings out. Only got around 2 pounds on it.
Right.
He's up to about a 3 on me.
You what? Sound like a mud bug to me. You know where you can take it, don't you?
Oh, is that the red light?
Yeah, that's Cash Me Outside.
Probably you, fellas. I just lay on the end. I'm going to get back out of the way. You didn't say that.
I need to get in touch with you.
Alright, do something to jot my number down.
I think I got it. You got Crazy Man's number?
I might still have the 21. I don't know. I have to look in my phone. I don't know if I still got it or not.
I'd rather you do it that way than give out your number there.
It don't matter to me, man. I get all kind of weird calls, so it don't matter, man. It ain't no big deal.
Alright, let me get something to write on there. Everybody get a pen now. Go ahead.
2 pens. 200?
Sorry, don't want his phone number going out on the internet.
62.
This is easier than editing the video. Yeah, it ought to be pitiful old radio night because everybody's radio's messing up.
What's going on?
Hey, what's going on? Yeah, I'm on a 40-year-old Royce 609 that with a stock hand mic, and everybody says it sounds like I got a clothespin on my nose, but at least it's receiving and transmitting otherwise okay.
Yeah, I got a good grip on you, man. I'm over here beating the forest out here in the edge of Harleyville. I got a good grip on you, man. You got about 8 pounds over here. Really good.
Yeah, well, I did have a tree limb break off and hit the wire J-pole on the way down, but it doesn't look like it damaged it. It was hanging on the rope after that storm came through the other day.
It's just a mic.
Yeah, this microphone's got the volume control built into the hand mic. Now, it has a volume on the face as well. So if you want to put a power mic on it, you got to go in there and, you know, bypass that. And that's what I did actually with the first Royce 609 I had. And maybe I should say Red Apple did it. Didn't know how to do it back then. But he put a 4-pin mic plug on it and put a little relay in there so you could use the Tug-8 D104 on it. And then, you know, you didn't have to worry about the volume. But anyway, the stock hand mic has the volume control built on it. So you can turn the volume up and down without having to reach down to the radio.
410. Hey, Eagle Beak, you gonna get in here and tell us what you're talking on?
10-4. I'm on my RIC 2995. Far as I know, it's doing good. One of these days I may be able to get me some beans, but I haven't done that yet.
Well, if you check out the video gates there, you can hear how you sound. And check out that Night Ranger, that Carol, and then Ina, Minor, Pirate, and then and then you can see how you sound on there. Sound real good to me.
Appreciate that. What I do, I usually after you'll post them, I will post them on my blog and then put them on Facebook. Now, I don't know whether y'all want me to do that or not. If you don't, I won't.
No, feel free to do whatever you want to do with it there. You can take and make single copies of it and staple at the telephone poles if you want to.
Yeah, that's fine with me if you want to do that. That's okay.
If you feel sorry, you go ahead and eat it. What do you do? How about a crazy man? You own that Courier SSB 40? That's a 40-channel sideband bass there.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I think that sideband was it.
10-4.
Courier Centurion 40D. 821.
Yeah, come on.
You know, we were talking about the Blue Waffle the other week. You know, I put that video of him up. Well, Blue Waffle, under his, just using his last name, found that video that I have. And he came on YouTube and he was claiming, oh no, that's the real, you know, giving out the other guy's call that he's been using that isn't his. That's really him. I know his voice. Well, his username was the real name of the Blue Waffle, his real last name. I went and called him out on it. And he started, you know, I said, give it up, Jerry. I said, none of the regulars on 38 lower sideband believe that for a second. Well, that guy's a general class ham, you know. I have a higher class license than that. He thought he was going to talk down to me as a CBer. He said, well, the fact that you're a 38 lower sidebander just says it all. And I said, well, if you'd like to discuss it on the extra class portion of the ham band, I'll be free to meet you there. I said, but your ham license won't allow you to transmit there. So I said, maybe me and the real, and I called it the other guy's call. I said, maybe me and the other guy that you've been, you know, using his call without his permission. I said, we'll meet there and you can sit there and listen. Yeah, he didn't know he was talking to another ham with a higher license than he's got. He thought he was going to talk down to me like the ham to the little CB, and he found out otherwise.
Well, who's the baby killer?
That's Donald Anderson, N4TAT. He also goes by Prozac Kid, and he's got another handle too, Funky Monkey. And he's a nut job ham operator. He really is. That guy's a nutcase. He's a druggie. He's supposedly already been to jail for drugs once.
Oh, okay, yeah, he's got a video on YouTube, and he got something on there about baby killer and all kind of crap on there.
Yeah, he's down in Warner Robins, Georgia. He's too close for us. He skips over us. We can't hear him, but I hear everybody complaining about him, and of course there are videos on YouTube about him. But I've heard videos of him, and he apparently gets down on 14.313 megahertz, the 20-meter ham band, upper sideband, and he's apparently just as big a jackass there as he is on CB. He's a nut job, though.
10-4. Hey, Drifter, what you talking on over there?
See, I got me, I don't really know what year it is, but I got me a DAC 9 radio telephone, made in Korea, and talking on a B104, made for the DAC radio, and everything works on it. Been talking on this now for probably 3 years, and real pleased with it.
10-4. On that mic, on the top of that D104, does it say Drifter on there?
Yes, sir, it sure does. Yeah, I made the flag for that.
I know it, I just checking.
I got flags on all my D104s.
Do you have like Drifter on one of them, like number 1, and then Drifter hashtag number 2 or something like that, or just Drifter, Drifter, Drifter?
Yeah, just Drifter, but they're just all painted different colors.
Oh.
Didn't I make you one?
Yes, sir.
I couldn't remember.
Yeah, you made me one that said Drifter.
There you go, Drifter 3 and Drifter 4, and who knows, there may be no more.
Yeah, I was surprised how good they looked there, and you did a real good job there. They really look good. Well, I'm gonna stand by, and then everybody, I guess, whatever. I gotta do something here real quick, but I'll be listening. I got a tape still going.
Nature's calling.
I just gotta look for something in here.
You need a bigger stick to tap on that radio to mention it, Keith.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my walking stick, walking cane.
See, that's how you know you got vintage equipment, when you got a slap on the side. That's the way my Drake TR7 was getting. That DR7 board was getting flaky, and a lot of times you'd have to just pull it out and clean it's a plug-in board. You'd have to pull it out and clean the pins off, because what's called the VCO would come unlocked. And I'd plug it back in, and that'd been working. I'd always be able to get it working again with that, but this time the thing wouldn't come back. So being that circuit board's nothing but a bunch of computer chips, I have no clue how to troubleshoot that. That's all it is, a board full of chips. So I grudgingly, but I'm going to have to, like say, box it up and send it off, because I don't know how to fix that.
Night Ranger. Is Baby Killer ever on 38 Lower? I think I heard him the other day on that.
He's on there regularly, but we really can't hear him. He's too close. He's in Warner Robins, Georgia. So we almost never hear him coming in Skip. He's too far away to hear local, and he's too close to hear Skip. But now you'll hear people out there complaining about him all the time.
I don't know what's causing my squeal, but it was one of those days when everybody in the world was coming in on 38 lower.
Yeah, I maybe heard a few fleeting moments of him, but most of the time we can't hear him. He's just too close to the Charleston area. I think it's like, to drive there, we could get there in about 4.5 hours. So too far for local talking and too close to really Skip. But you can look him up on the internet, but he's a jackass. He gets in there and talks about how he's over Vietnam. He raped a little 14-year-old girl, and I mean, the guy's a sicko. He is. He's a sicko.
I kind of expected that because I didn't try to go back to him, because anybody that would have that kind of handle has got to have a little something wrong in the head.
Well, apparently he's a drug addict and a drug dealer, and some people have said that supposedly somebody claimed he's already gone to jail for dealing drugs. He's not right in the head. He's blown his mind on drugs, and you can sit there and listen to him. You can tell he's not right in the head. If you go to YouTube and do a search on baby killer, and maybe add lower sideband or CB38, you'll find some videos. I'm surprised he was smart enough to get his general class ham license, because he doesn't sound like he's that smart. He's definitely a little slow on the draw.
Damn fool, I'm glad to know that, because now I'll know not to try to come back to him.
No, you don't want to talk to him. He doesn't have anything to say. Even if you could hear him, he doesn't have anything to say worth listening to. He just gets in there and tries to see how many people he can offend. That's his whole purpose, is to see how many people he can offend and how many people he can get upset. And the other guy, which we can hear, is Blue Waffle. He's out in Texas. He hadn't been using the Blue Waffle name lately. He's been pretending to be this ham operator down transmitting from the Gar's Amateur Radio Club. He's pissed off because he got kicked out of that club, apparently, and now he's mad at the guy that's one of the big wigs in the club. So anyway, you'll hear him in there some. You'll hear this guy giving out an amateur radio call sign, claiming that he's transmitting from the Gar's Amateur Radio Club. That's Blue Waffle. He used to use that handle, Blue Waffle, a lot. I haven't heard him use it this year, but 2 or 3 years ago, he was in there playing his little Jetsons noise toy and doing his Blue Waffle bit.
I heard your thing about him on old radio night, the night you were talking about it.
Yep. I've talked to him, not very long, but I just called him out. He was giving up that other guy's call sign. I said, that's not who you are. I said, this is the Blue Waffle. And he said, he tried to get out of it. I said, no, I know the voice of the Blue Waffle. I said, you're him. And I called out his name and everything. And he tried to do the same thing on that video I got on YouTube. He tried to claim that really was that guy. And I said, no, it isn't. I talked to that guy. That the guy he's talking is an extra class ham. I've already talked to him over email. And he said, no, that's definitely not me.
Your modulation is getting better. I don't know whether your radio is warming up or what.
Well, it could be having. This thing's probably got some old dried out capacitors in it. As I'm using it more and more, maybe one of those capacitors is trying to reform. Maybe I'll hear a pop in a minute. Exploding electrolytic. That's probably what it is. Probably needs to go in there and have all the electrolytic capacitors replaced.
We can do the Robin T123B old radio there. You get yours, I'll get mine.
Yeah, speaking of radios that have let out smoke, mine have done that, and yours too, or was that your T-Berry? But anyway, same basic radio. Yeah, we'll get I hadn't had that radio on in a while.
123Bs.
Oh, you know, that reminds me, I got that solvent stuff that Mike's radio repair was talking about. It's got a little bit of that toluene in it that 2600 was talking about. Maybe I can get in there and loosen up those slugs because the receive's down on it. I think all the tubes check good, so maybe I can get in there with that solvent if I don't completely destroy the coils in the process and break those slugs loose, you know, free them up so I can get in there and align the receiver because it needs it.
Right.
If nothing else, I'll put my Amico PT2 behind it and use it.
Yeah, your modulation is clearing up slightly.
That's probably what it is, electrolytic capacitors in there that are reforming because the radio's been turned off for so long.
So maybe you started talking in the front of the mic. I didn't know.
I'm talking in it at an angle, but I haven't turned the mic gain up or anything, so that could be it. Electrolytics are trying to reform in there.
10-4. Crazy man. What happened to him now? I was going to play him a song there. I got a special song for him he likes.
Who's that? I stepped out to get me a donut.
Yeah, I said I was going to play a special song for Crazy Man there he liked. He must be talking to his sister, Red Devil.
No, sir. I went outside and see if I had AC working on his porch.
Okay, was it?
Oh, yeah, he bought him a brand new one today. The pressure froze up on the old one.
Yeah, I hear somebody out there. Is that Big Ben? Big Ben, you're going to put a little fire in the wire. This radio here doesn't receive as good as my other there, Roger. Zach, where'd you go? He may come back in a minute. Hey, Crazy Man.
Yeah. Still working.
Huh?
Guitar of yours still working.
There's more.
That's pretty good. That's good, huh?
Oh, yeah. I thought I heard Big Ben out there, but it came in this radio here. I don't know, maybe it might be the receive on it. I don't know.
Got that right there. I can't hear it. Sometimes I can hear more than I'm used to. No, I don't.
What was that, Ring of Fire? Is that what that is?
Yeah, boy.
That reminds me of old Art. 4444. He used to talk on 38 Lower Sideband. He's deceased now, but he used to sing that song sometimes.
Okay.
I called him the California DX Beacon. He was in there every day, starting around 11:30 to about 1 p.m. I'd turn on my mobile on my lunch break, and if Skip was coming in from California, you'd hear Art in there talking to people.
Roger. Hey, Eagle Beak, do you want to talk back on that radio?
You got the talkback turned on.
Right. I'm trying to get away from the speaker that's feeding back on me. I ought to be clear now.
10-4, do you have the talk back on? Can you hear yourself coming to the radio?
I don't have it on. I think I I got it, but I don't ever use it.
Okay. That's weird to do that, like that.
Now, I know what's doing it. I got a bass speaker right beside me that's on my computer.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yep, computer speaker. Those are bad about picking that stuff up.
Get some of those speed snap-on RF beads and put them there, probably still won't do anything.
That's your radio doing that, that's my radio doing it.
I had to do that with my DSP-40 little Radio Shack DSP unit the other day. I had to go get one of those Radio Shack's rectangle chokes and put it all around the power cord going up into it to keep it from feeding back.
And boy, somebody's coming in there. Who's that? Oh, I don't know. I can't. Squealing, that's all it's doing now.
I thought it something happened to my damn radio over here.
That you, Eagle Beak?
That's me.
Okay.
You can't just turn your computer speaker off. We're pitiful tonight. All this radio's screwing up.
From it now. Yeah, I think I'm away from it now. No, that wasn't me that was squealing until when I keyed up this time.
Yeah, it was a weaker signal. That's why I didn't know who it was.
Well, I think it was Crazy Man there one time.
Oh.
Mud Duck Man down in the mud over here. S2 to S3.
I hear you in there, Big Ben, but I just barely got you, Roger. Hey, put on that JB Stone. Turn on the JB Stone there. Okay. I don't know. I just got you. If I didn't never talked to you before, I wouldn't be able to figure out what you were saying. It comes and goes a little bit there, you know, but other than that, everything's good. I got you on the video gate, though. Now, who's that right there? Is that you, Drifter?
There he goes again.
Somebody go.
Well, he comes from Regan Siegel's radio. He's been doing it for a while.
Well, he must have eaten that donut or something and couldn't mash the mic. I don't know.
Imagine my ass get that microphone he got getting away from that radio.
Well, you know if it was Drifter, he'd be pegging you out.
As far as it goes.
Okay, both y'all was talking at the same time. What do you say, Drifter?
I said, he's real close to me because he's loud. He pegs my needle. I thought it was Crazy Man.
Careful.
Wasn't me. I wasn't getting up the damn microphone.
Sound good. I hear you. About a mile from 17A on College Park Road.
10-4. I got a copy on you now.
What kind of copy you got on me now?
About 6 pounds.
That's not really told. Don't hit me with it. I thought it first my damn radio store.
Well, it doesn't sound like you normally do. Normally, I get anywhere from 9 to 10 on you.
I ain't on this Ranger radio. On this old antique one I got from Cowboys.
I understand.
The Ranger's a little stronger than that antique radio I'm talking on now.
Hey, Eagle Beak, how many pounds am I putting on yours?
You putting about 7 on me?
Yeah, because I just live about a tenth of a mile from crazy.
For some reason, I've got about 6 pounds of ground noise that you'll have to come over. But I don't know what's causing that either. You all may have the same thing.
Yeah, I don't have any ground noise on mine. That's I don't know why, but maybe because I got everything grounded real good. And plus the fact that I'm talking on an astroplane antenna, aluminum, and I've always had good luck with it.
10-4, I'm getting 7 on you right now.
Let me switch radios here. Give me a minute.
Where'd you go, Night Ranger? Maybe he went to the bathroom.
How about it now, Eagle Beak?
I'm here.
Any different?
I can hear you a little bit better. It's still not as loud as it normally is, but I can understand you now.
No, this ain't crazy, man. This is Drifter here. So I just switched radios. I just wanted to know if it put out any better. Same antenna, just a different radio.
What radio is it?
It's my Texas Ranger TR696F.
Nipple. Night Ranger, you still recording?
Yeah,
Nipple.
it's still going.
Nipple. Watching the History Channel, they got on there about, way back in antiquity that they had all kind of flying saucers and all kind of junk like that. And about the development of the jets and just different things. It's kind of interesting. I wish they'd have something different every Friday. It's the same thing. They just shuffle it around a little bit. You see the same people, but they wind up being either at the end or the beginning the next week.
When I was a kid, Now, at first, people think I'm gonna use the wrong word, but I'm not. When I was a kid, I was on my way home from school, and it was at night, and I looked up, and there was a meteor. I'm sorry, there was a comet going across the sky. Not a meteor, a comet. This looked like a comet. It was white with the big long tail, and it looked like a picture you see a comet, you know. Of course, normally you look up, you see a meteor, it just streaks across the sky, but this was moving about the speed of a large, high altitude passenger jet, and it was moving across the sky, but it looked like a comet. It was white with the big tail streaming off way behind it, and you could see the front of the particles that were coming off the head of the comet, and it was very slowly moving around the sides and then trailing off behind it and then going off the back. And I mean, this thing was probably, the tail was probably lighting up I don't know, a fifth of the sky, maybe, as far as from horizon to horizon. And again, it was moving about the speed of a high-speed passenger jet, a large one. And I just sat there and watched it, and I kept calling to my dad, trying to get him to come outside. He was watching the TV. I was like, "Dad, come outside." And of course, he wouldn't come. And I kept hollering. He finally came out. By then, it had already gone below the horizon, but you could still see the tail that was lit up in the sky. So that, as big as that thing was, there wasn't anything on the news about a meteor or a comet hitting the planet, or asteroid. So whatever it was, it must have just skimmed by the Earth. But I tell you what, it was the most spectacular thing I've ever seen go overhead. It was. If I'd have had a video camera back then, that'd have definitely been a YouTube video that went viral. It was beautiful. I'm afraid that's on your end, Crazy Man, because everybody else's signal on me is normal and you're the one that's way down. If I can step on him on your radio, then he's definitely that way down, because normally I can't step on him. Normally he steps on me.
Yeah, you did. Hey, Crazy Man, the Night Ranger's keying on you now, so something ain't right there. I don't know. On my radio, he keyed up on me. I hate to break it to him.
Normally I can't get over top of Crazy Man at 21's house, but if I just did it, then something's definitely wrong at Crazy Man's house.
I bet something went to the antenna, got grounded out of there. I don't know. Just like I told you, 21, I heard that noise in this old antique video. It sounded like it's going haywire. I mean, it going. I shut the damn thing down then. Yeah, Roger. Well, why don't you switch it over and get back on that other one? Okay, might do that.
That's either a jumper or an antenna problem. Maybe he's got an antenna full of water after all that rain we got. I was glad it finally stopped raining today. I was getting tired of that rain and I needed to cut that grass. It was getting tall.
Oh yeah, man, those seed heads are up there now. I just cut the grass last week. Seed heads are up there a foot and a half, man.
Yeah, I got out there down the ride lawnmower and rode around out there and got it mowed today. But yeah, out there in the bank, I got to get out there in the bank with the push mower because it's getting big, tall, growth out there.
10-7. Y'all have a good day, better tomorrow, and a great week ahead.
1040 Eagle Beak. Well, I'll have this thing uploaded later on this evening. I've already got like an hour of tape here, so it takes twice as long to upload it. So, you know, I can take it, then I got to upload it to YouTube. So it just depends on how many people are doing it and using different things. It's early in the morning. It speeds up, but it takes time. Hey, sounding good there, man. And 21, we waving, we standing by.
10-4, I'm sorry I got the little squealing there tonight, but I know what's causing it, and I can remedy it.
All right, Eagle Beak, enjoyed it. If that's a powered speaker, just turn it off. That ought to fix that. And then when you get done talking, turn it back on. But anyway, enjoyed it. We'll talk to you later.
10-4 there, Eagle Beak. You have a fine evening. It's the first time I've communicated with you there for sure. Enjoyed it. You got a drifter. We're just going to hang around the old microphone here and see what happens.
We hadn't heard 987 lately.
I heard him out there last night. He was talking down there about when everybody was going home from work, and it was raining and all that, and I heard him out there talking to some fella. I can't remember who it was.
Oh, okay. Well, normally he shows up for old radio night. I hadn't heard him in a couple of weeks.
Is that you there, 500? Yeah, I got you. I just bear, man. I tell you, I got you in there, but it's way down in on this radio here. I'll have to try you out on that Galaxy. It's got, I guess, better received there. But anyway, I'm hooked on to you. Roger. Well, I know that. I know you're not, because when you crank up stuff up there, man, you come back up, you put them, like about 9 dB on me down here. Okay, 410. Well, anyway, it comes up a little bit and goes back down. That's the way it does up there between here and also up in Florence. It'll sometimes Boney will come in, man, he'll be real loud, man, and then next time, day or so later, barely can hear him. Same kind of big and output and everything. It's just a condition, you know. Somebody's coming in there when I'm talking. Oh, okay, because I haven't got hardly anything turned on, just a little tiny bit there. So, but anyway, shoot, I ain't getting no battle tonight. It's radio here. But, anyway, all right, there, Ray, 500. Let me see if anybody else can get back with you there. All right, we standing by. Can you all hear him? No, not me. I can hear him. I'll turn down. 410.
Hey, Stinky Foot. Stinky Foot. This is Drifter. You got a copy on me? I'm a mud duck.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, Roger. Well, you know, I'm not in any contest with anybody out there, and, you know, it seemed like they get fixated on people, and, you know, so that's on them. That's on them, you know. But, I don't care. Hey, man, look, I'm like you. If I worried about what people thought about me, I'd be dead a long time ago. Yeah, 410, yeah. Well, anyway, what that does for them, it builds up their self-esteem, you know, because that's the only place they can get away with it, because their boyfriend, or, I mean, their wife would slap them down, and, you know, somebody else would, so they get on the radio and makes them feel good. I'm glad I'm there for them. I'm glad I'm there for them, Roger. Well, Big Ben, I wish you'd tell him, hey, what's his name up there, old man, great day. We talked to, asked you about him the other day, talked to you about him, let's see, man, I got his name on the tip of my tongue there. Anyway, let's see, let me think there. Chili Willie. I wish you'd let him know I said hello, Roger. Temple. Yeah, don't he have a base set up too? Oh, okay, good. Yeah, I used to talk to him here a couple years ago. I used to hear him out there real good, you know, and, anyway, and every once in a while I could hear him. I heard him the other night when y'all was out there talking Skip out there. He was out there, and you was blasting him, but you couldn't hear me because it was hammering down. They were hammering down out there. But anyway, all right, there, Big Ben, I'm going to get on the side again and copy the mail. Man. All right, hey, appreciate there and you talking with me, and I'll be hollering at you later. We back out. Well, fellas, I got to end this old radio night recording. I got a lot of time. It's already tried to shut me down over here. I got a
Alright, I guess I'll end mine as well. Night Ranger bringing old radio night. Oh, we didn't tell what the date was. It is June, what is it? 23rd. Friday, June 23rd, 2017.
Yeah, I'll get on yours then. See, I'm like at 445 radio man. I got to get on the video gate. All right, I'm back.